What's going down, everybody? Welcome to Papa Bear's Grimdark Gaming. I'm Papa Bear, here with another product review for you for your viewing enjoyment. All right, in my opinion, a really well painted model with an average or below average base really takes away from the great paint job. But on the flip side of that coin, if you have a really well based model and an average paint job, it really does enhance the overall effect. So what does that mean? Get good basing, people. That's what it means. Get some good quality basing material. With that said, this video is going to review Shadow Edge Miniatures. This company sells grass tufts, flower tufts, rocks, all that good stuff. And I'm going to kind of go a little bit more into what they have here in a few. And hopefully soon they'll be selling some more resin bases. They kind of sent me this as a sample, and I can tell you that the way these look, I really want to paint my have my Void Dragon's army with nothing but these rocks, because these bases, because they look fantastic. All right, so soon they'll have a line of these bad boys with them. Shadow's Edge has been around for roughly about 3 years, so they're not an old company, they're not a new company. They're that sweet spot where they can really take off and do some good work. They're owned by a power couple, a husband and wife, and that's who runs Shadow's Edge Miniatures. I first met Zach, the owner of Shadow's Edge Miniatures, at Warzone Atlanta 2018. I walked up and it was right beside the game room, and he had a table out with just a metric ton full of tufts. And I just sat there in awe. I was like, holy crap, I didn't realize there were this many tufts out there. Different colors, different sizes, you name it. I mean, it was crazy. I was just like flipping through them like, man, I could do all this crazy stuff with these tufts. I saw a couple that really caught my eye, so I bought a few of them to experiment with, and I wanted to see how good I could use them in my models. Since I'm always trying to push the limits of my models, the massive amount of styles and colors and options they have is extremely appealing to me, because I'm not stuck with green, light green, dark green, medium green. I mean, they have a ton of different colors that will really fit what you're trying to look for. Shadow's Edge Miniatures has a goal to become the one-stop shop for all your basing needs for war games, regardless of what it is. Warhammer 40K, Warhammer, Infinity, whatever, Blood Bowl. They want to be the one-stop shop where you can come in, get anything you need for your base, and make your armies look fantastic. So I will give my honest opinion and review about this product to see if the quality. The quality of these tufts are outstanding. They're easy to pull off the paper and stick very well to the bases. I've been adding combinations of different tufts to my recent models, trying to give them and add another dimension. As you can kind of see here, it's one of the models that I painted, and I kind of put different tufts on it. As you can see, the packs have different tuft sizes, and they even have tufts with rocks, and they don't fall apart easily. Not at all. These tufts are the best tufts, hands down. The pricing of these tufts are actually very reasonable and comparable with other companies, and they are kind of cheaper than some other brands. Yes, there are cheaper options out there. No, I don't believe cheaper is better. Because sometimes cheaper quality means cheaper prices means cheaper quality. And if you kind of remember when I was pulling off different tufts of different companies, you saw that some came off easier and other ones, and Shadow's Edge did not. So that just tells you the quality of how good it's going to stick and stay with your model or your base, or your display board, whatever you're trying to pimp up. The prices are good due to the amount of tufts that you get. Now, I believe that I can easily tuft one full army with one of these packets. Just one, 12 bucks. Base everybody. If I really want to get crazy with the cheese whiz and I want to put tufts galore on them, 2 boxes should be able to do any one of my armies. Unless, of course, you're playing orcs and you're horde and you got a bazillion different models, you might need 3. But either way, 12 bucks for a pack of tufts is really cheap compared to what it's going to bring to your model. So if you think about it, you can actually tuft out your army between 12 and 24 bucks. I mean, you're paying a crap ton of money for these models anyways, so why not invest in getting something good to make them look even better? It's a really small price to pay to make your army stand out. These tufts are truly self-adhesive. They go on very, very easy, like I said before. They don't leave any gooey residue, any marking that it's been glued down. They have whatever size you need. Some of them are random, like if you look at this one right here, it's got random shapes, you know, some of them long, some of them are not. And then when you look at these, you know, you had the 3 different sizes that they have, which I'll talk about in a second. I've used tufts that are cheaper in price, and you know, that's true, I'll admit that. But normally other companies sell their tufts in tufts of about 100, all right? Shadow's Edge boxes, when you buy one, they have between about 156 and 158 tufts in most packs. That's pretty good. That's almost a 50% increase in what you would normally get from a different company. Now, their quantity packs, they come with about 234 tufts. So if you need more than 234 tufts in your army, you got a ton of models. But you can always buy another pack. You have more to go around. That makes the higher sticker price worth it, in my opinion. Now, the usage of these, as I said before, these are extremely easy to use. I would recommend using curved tweezers, and I'm about to show you how I do it. All right, now I want to talk about the quality of these tufts. The quality of these tufts are outstanding. I've used many different other tufts, but there's a lot of reasons why I like Shadow's Edge Miniature. They're really easy to pull off. I'm just going to use, here we go. I'm going to use one of my Death Watch dudes right here. And I'm going to put a rocky base on them. All right, so let me show you how easy it is to put these tufts on. All I got to do is take my curved tweezers, which is very common for all of them. Grab whatever tuft I want. Put it on and push it down a little bit. It's literally that easy. And let's just say I want to try to make it a little grassy. Let's get to the grass. I got the grass sampler here. Obviously, this is my favorite color because I've used more of it. And I'm going to use a big size, okay? I'm just going to take it off. I'm going to put it right here. And voila, grassy tufts. Very, very, very easy to put on. They peel off easy and they stick very good. Now, how good do they stick? That's the question you're probably asking yourself. So, I've got this Angry Marine. I've got 3 tufts from Games Workshop, and I've got 1 tuft from Shadow's Edge Miniatures. So, what I want to do is I want to actually remove the tufts from Games Workshop. All right, that's 1 tuft. All right, where's the other one at? Oh, there's one hiding right here. Oh, that's the second one off. And then I have one in the back. All right, I am going to remove this tuft. Wow, that one came off really easy. All right, so those are the 3 Games Workshop tufts. Now, let's do a little experiment to see how hard it is to get this Shadow's Edge off. Well, it's not coming off. The only thing that is coming off is the grass. Well, note to self, once you stick these tufts on, it's going to be hard to get off. Now, what I'm doing is I'm actually trying to pull the tufts off, and I can't. The only thing I'm getting off is the grass. That means that these adhesive that he puts on there are great. All I'm doing is I'm tearing off the tufts. I'm tearing off the grass. That's actually, let me try to get deep in this right here. I can't even get this tuft off. All right, that's actually pretty good. So not only are they easy to put on, but they are extremely difficult to bring off. Now, if you look at it, I've actually removed all the grass before the tufts. There's Nothing extra on top of it, nothing extra to have me put it on there. It's just basically a very, very well made tuft. All right, so just to show you again, I put 2 tufts on here. And even, I can't even get the tufts off of this one that I just put on. Oh man. All right, very hard to do, especially when I'm looking through a camcorder. But as you can see, they're very, very hard to get off. So you can rest assured that they're not going to fall off or dry up or whatnot. They're actually pretty adhesive. All right, just make sure when you put them on, unless you want to rebase them, don't remove them, just like I did. I have a feeling I'm going to rebase these to match whatever the Chapter of the Hope wants, but we'll go from there. Now, we also have these barbed wire. Look at this. Nice barbed wire. How big is it compared to everybody else? Let's take the Angry Marine. If you want to put some barbed wire on them, that's about the size you get. And if you don't want the coiled barbed wire, I actually have some other barbed wire somewhere. Not sure where I put it, but it's just a straight barbed wire. Now, one thing I think is cool is these chains that they have. All right, so you get this nice long chain, okay? So let's just Lucille this bat a little bit, just to show you the size of this chain. So take a look at it. That's actually the perfect size. Let me focus in a little bit. That is the perfect size for Warhammer 40K miniatures. And they sell these chains too. Fantastic. Now when it comes to shipping, this is the area I think Shadow Edge miniatures can make up a little bit of ground. It usually takes about 5 business days when you order it to when it gets to the post office. Now we're not going to count how long the post office takes. I think that's unfair for any company. So what I like to do is rate them based off of I order it, when's it go to the post office. All right, it takes about 5 business days. They're really trying to make the smaller orders go out quicker. Now remember, this is a 2-person operation. All right, they do everything. They box everything, they create the tufts, they market, they talk on social media. So only 2 people's doing it. So I mean, 5 days is actually pretty impressive. But just like any business, once it's built up and they make more sales and they kind of have a better brand, the inventory and processes can be invested in to speed things up a little bit. So I don't think it's going to be an issue in the future. But the one thing that can be overlooked about a 5-day ship time is the fact that it's a flat $4. Flat $4 to ship anywhere in the United States. That's pretty amazing. Outside of getting it for free, $4 shipping is pretty daggone good. All right. So I don't think you'll find a company, especially in the wargaming industry, unless it's free shipping, that's going to have cheaper shipping than $4. Options in inventory. This is something where they're on top of the world about. This is a part of the business that I think really shines for what they have. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. They had 3 different sizes. Whoops. They had 3 different sizes: 4mm, 6mm, and 12mm. All right, those are the 3 heights that they have. All their tufts, with the exception of their 12mm ones, the bigger ones, can be outfitted with rocks or flowers. All right, so that gives you more that you can do with your tufts. They also carry forms of like plague stuff, like plague grass, plague flowers, plague shrubs. So if you got like a Nurgle army or something that has like a lot of decay in it, they got your needs there. You don't have to have some bright red and orange and yellow grasses with the plague bearer walking across it. Okay, you can actually have shrubs and flowers and grass that are decayed like. Overall, there are hundreds of different options. It's actually insane how much they have. And what that means to you is no matter what your needs are or your army looks like, he's going to have something that's going to fit your needs. They also sell barbed wire, which is right here. Kind of showed you that. They sell some barbed wire. And They sell some in long strings, and if you remember the video from before, they actually have chains that you can buy and pimp things out. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I wanted to do a Black Templar's army just when I saw those chains. I'm like, these would be cool on all my models. So I would encourage you to check them out. Check out Shadow's Edge Miniatures. They're on Facebook, and they have their own website. Customer service and community involvement. This is something where they really do good also. All right, so before I start this again, let me remind you, it's a two-person operation. All right, it's not just little stuff. They package everything. They create all the tufts. They take the time to do it. They do the cleanup. They put everything in a package. They send it out to you. They basically do everything. So there's only two people. So keep that in mind when I talk about all this stuff. First off, they're sponsors in a lot of major events. Warzone Atlanta is one of them. That's where I met them. ATC, the American Team Championships. The Nova Open, which is fantastic. I actually have a review of that coming up. And the Barnyard Brawl in South Carolina. So those are 4 major GTs where they sponsor. They also do sponsor a lot of smaller local events. So that's just kind of cool that they're out there in the community and they're helping with the prize support, or they're helping support whatever it is to make GTs get bigger. The first time I met Zach, I actually messaged him quite a few times through Instant Messenger and on email. And I always got back a friendly response. It was very quick, within a few hours. And it was pretty straightforward. I mean, their community involvement with their customers, to me, is very impressive. I never had to worry about if I was unsure of something or something was missing or whatnot, that they were just going to ignore me and hope that I go away. They took the time. They took the time to talk to me, and they took the time to explain what was going on. This company does seem to take customer satisfaction extremely seriously, and I do believe that they value their customers. So this is a company I feel that you should feel safe supporting. Considering that 2 people run this business, I believe the company is phenomenal. I think a lot of bigger corporations can probably take a few notes from how they run things. And I mean that sincerely. The support of major events in 3 different states and are active on social media and speaking with customers. I mean, that's just a recipe for good business. I mean, even if their prices were a little bit higher, I would probably buy from them because I know what they're about. You know, so I don't have to worry about them getting cheaper or whatever to keep my business. So in summary, I truly love this company and their products, and I wanted to showcase them in all my armies. I'll be honest with you, before I met them, I was trying out different tufts. I won't say their names because I'm not going to bash any other companies, but they just weren't on the quality and on the level as Shadow's Edge Ministers. So when I got some of their tufts from Warzone Atlanta, I started using them. I was like, man, these are fantastic. And then I remembered all of their different options that they had. I'm a creature of habit. So in a lot of ways, I will base all my miniatures the exact same with that exact style and color. Now, I might have my custodians based one way, but every single model in my custodian army will be based the same way. Same kind of color grass, same kind of flower if I use it, same type of shrub. Then I might do a different color and style with my Grey Knights, all right? But I want them all to be consistent to have a good feel for my army. With that said, I was so impressed with his products. I spoke with Zach, and he agreed to sponsor me in my armies since my single goal is to go to every GT or tournament and try to win Best Painted Army or Best Overall. So that's my goal with anything I get. I mean, it takes a long time for me to paint. I can't really keep up with the new age, latest and greatest, super bombastic units that come out. If I start painting something, I'm going to play it. So if Custodians ever suck, guess what? I'm playing Custodians because I have a fully painted Custodian army. So with that said, he agreed to sponsor me. And just to clarify the sponsorship, he just is basically basing my armies for me. Let me choose and let me base my armies. And I said, I think that says a lot about a company when they believe in a customer too, and are willing to go out and, you know, help them achieve their dreams also. This actually speaks volumes, because I only want the best for my armies. Now, this is coming from my point of view. I only want the best for my armies. And once I find the best, I will stay with them regardless. Even if something's half the price, if the quality isn't the same, I'm gonna stick with the high quality. That's just how I am. I'm very competitive with my painting. You know, I really do wanna do well in every tournament, so I wanna try to get the best for it. So by me talking to them and saying, look, I really want to use your products on all my armies, and they agreed that's a hit. That's a hit on all. I mean, that's good for all of us. That's a very good compliment on them, because I'm basically pushing aside any other tough companies or basing companies to stick with them, because I do believe in their values. I do believe in their business ethics, and most of all, I believe in their products. So no matter what, if you see my armies from this point forward, everything I have is going to be from Shadow's Edge Miniatures. I'll never use another tuft. So do yourself a favor, research them. You won't regret it. Prior to even asking him to sponsor me or even have a conversation with him about if it was possible, I did my research on him. I wanted to know what kind of company I was going to tag my name with, because I take my reputation very, very seriously, you know. And all I saw was positive reviews from people who've bought from them, happy customers. And, you know, as an artist and as a painter and as a gamer, that means a lot to me when there's a company that always has people saying nice things about it. And after this review and getting their products and using it, I can see why. So do yourself a favor, check them out, Shadow's Edge Miniatures. Here is their website name, right here. All right, you can check them out on Facebook too, and see what they can do to pimp out your bases. And hopefully very soon they'll have some resin bases for you to use. I've got one just to kind of check out, like I said, and the quality of it's fantastic. So I think you should do the same. Thank you again for watching my video. I always appreciate your support. If you have any questions or comments, please comment below and let me know what you think. Or you can send me a DM through Facebook, or you can email me at papabeargaming@gmail.com. And until next time, stay true and keep grinding.